Chicago has had a long history of volunteerism. Before the Chicago fire, after the Chicago fire. It's been part of maybe not just Chicago, but part of America on volunteerism. We see it every day in every community. Some way someone's volunteering to help someone. And that's what we have to provide, leadership. Anyone can volunteer. It doesn't take any money. It takes a commitment of you, not only with your own children, but other children in the community. And that's why we firmly believe that it is necessary to highlight volunteerism across the city and across the nation. Last January, Chicago was one of 10 cities selected to receive a $200,000 City of Service Leadership Grant from the Rockefeller Foundation. I think Mike Bloomberg, the mayor of New York, had a lot to do with this. He brought a group of mayors together in regards to the issue of volunteerism in New York, held a conference, and we all went there throughout the country. And with the help of the Rockefeller Foundation and setting up this idea of grant in order to help the cities, it doesn't matter what size, throughout America, and I deeply appreciate that. Under the terms of the grant with the Rockefeller Foundation, the city hired a chief service officer to work with a broad-based leadership committee to develop a new volunteerism plan for Chicago. It will engage volunteers and help us address key citywide challenges. Today, we want to announce the details of that plan, which we call One Good Deed Chicago. It is a blueprint for Chicago's volunteer service strategy. Initially, One Good Deed Chicago will focus on expanding resources and programs to support non-for-profits hard at work with two critical areas: developing out-of-school time programs to benefit Chicago's young people, especially at-risk youth. Number two, helping residents most affected by the recession, which includes most of Chicago and most of America, getting back on a path to economic recovery. And this would be those that have been out of work, not just 6 months, but for years and years. And this will not help it, but this at least will give people that people are concerned about the status of this deep, deep recession. We'll do this by an approach called a volunteer team, which matches college students with not-for-profits and the need for help. This month, we begin training the first 10 to 12 students right alongside our not-for-profit partners. We'll identify areas in which the organizations need help, where they can utilize volunteers, and the students will be trained in volunteer management and recruitment. Then our students will spend 5 months working with a not-for-profit on a part-time basis, helping the group expand its own efforts to attract and manage volunteers. Our idea is that the volunteer team members will be able to serve as staff members at the not-for-profits and help them grow in their existing programs in these two important areas. One Good Deed Chicago has established the Working and Not-for-Profit Development for Youth initiative, which seeks to engage at-risk youth in positive, productive programs, opportunities during critical out-of-school hours. To start the program, we'll work with 5 organizations: Better Boys Foundation, Casa Central, Metropolitan Family Services, Ehrlich Children's Advantage Network, and the YMCA. And to support Chicago families still affected by the recession, which are many, many, not only here, but throughout the country, One Good Deed Chicago established a Money Smarts initiative to increase access to job readiness and financial empowerment programs. We'll work with 5 organizations helping people deal with the effects of the recession: the Center for Economic Progress, Enterprise Kitchens, Goodwill, Howard Brown Broadway Youth Center, and Heartline Alliance. In addition, One Good Deed Chicago will organize free citywide seminars for non-for-profits to further help them focus on building their capacity and using their volunteers effectively. We'll also develop a new website, www.onegooddeedchicago.org, to help people who want to volunteer find service opportunities. The first phase of the website is up today. The search tool will be completed by January. Residents can, without access to a computer, easily can find out about volunteer opportunities by calling 311 or walk down the street and go to your library. It's free. In Chicago, we're fortunate to rely on the private sector and not-for-profits. and the community groups to help provide residents with opportunities to help others. One good deed Chicago will engage the private sector by reaching out to potential pro bono consultant partners that can provide expertise for the non-for-profits. Ultimately, we hope that partners in both the private and public sector will support a fund to cover the ongoing expenses of the project. By focusing our initiative on the city's young people and those that need our help the most, we're helping to secure a stronger Chicago for future generations, as well as America, and not just Chicago. We are very proud of the high level of volunteerism we've already seen in Chicago. This new program is going to help our service to the next level. Every hour that a person gives to the community truly makes a difference. When people work together, great things happen in all communities, such as Libby Elementary School. Thank you very much.